Hello, my name's Kit, and welcome to the Advent of Code 2022 Day 21 solution walkthrough. For this one, the approach that I went with was to build a map of the monkey name to the lambda expression that the monkey does. I would iterate through each line. First, I would split it up by the comma to get the monkey name and then the calculation string. So the calculation string, for example, would be this or it would be this. Then afterwards, I tried to split the calculation string. If there are 3 elements, then we know that this is a calculation. And if it's just 1, then it's a number. I return a lambda that just returns 1 number. If it's 3, I check the operation symbol. I just map it to the correct calculation. We just calculate the expression for the left and then right portions. That is part 1. For part 2, so the processing is the same thing. What I noticed was that as you increment or decrement the h variable, it will have 2 effects. Either it will increase one of the roots or it will decrease one of the roots. I started with a very large delta, and then you just keep on adding the delta until the left root becomes larger. If it becomes larger, then that means we need to move the other direction. So here, this is what this line does. If it's too large, then we subtract it. So then we switch the comparator sign, and then we decrement the delta so that we decrease it by a small amount. Basically, what we're doing is testing moving down, then we're testing moving up, and then we keep on doing this until we eventually reach an equilibrium. So here I can go ahead and run part 2. So here you see that the delta is this value here. As we increment hum, you see that this is decreasing the left root calculation. It keeps on decreasing until eventually this is less than the right. The compare to sign inverses. So then we decrement the delta so that it's basically like a wave function. So we do it until we reach an equilibrium, and then it doesn't change anymore. When it's negative, we decrement the delta, and then we see here that it changed again. So now the left root is larger than the right root. The compare to changes, and then we keep on doing this until the delta gets more fine-grained, and then eventually we reach into the ones place. So now you see here that the value is this value here. One thing to note though is that when I inputted this number, it said that my calculation was too high. I realized what was happening was that there was some integer division rounding going on, because I'm not using doubles, I'm using longs. What I realized was that I had to decrease this a bit more until I found a number that actually worked. And in this case, the correct answer was 5850 instead of 51 here. So yeah, that is my part 2, and basically that is all. Thanks for watching. Bye.